You know, some people like to plan their week on Monday, some do it on Friday. I like to do it on Thursday. I think it's the perfect day because it sets me up for the week ahead, allows me to finish the week strong, and puts the weekend, the most important time in my week, the time I spend with my family and friends, right in the middle. My name's Ben Hutton, and I want to welcome you to With Purpose. This is my new podcast where we will be learning a little bit together. We'll be looking at the week ahead, prioritizing things, and then putting it all together with a plan and doing it all with purpose. I'm excited about this because for the last several years, I have used this planning system to make sure I'm working on the right things. You know, all of us have more priorities and more tasks to do than time on our hands. We have to make sure that what we invest our precious time in is worth it, and that we're doing it purposefully. So I created this system for myself. I've been using it for a few years now, and now I want to share it with you. So let's dig in. Every Thursday, you are going to receive a 5 to 8, maybe 9 minutes, if I get a little wordy, podcast from me to help you set up your week. You might listen to this Thursday morning, you might do it Friday, you might do it Sunday. That's cool with me, whenever you want to do it. But every Thursday, we'll have a fresh new episode drop, so it's ready and waiting for you when you're ready to do your planning. The episode structure is going to look like this. First, we'll have 5 minutes or so of reflection and learning. So I love to consume things. I read books all the time. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm taking a walk in the park and just observing people. And all of the time, I get inspired by what I see or hear. So I'll just share a little bit of that with you. And then we'll dive into the planner. So this is what the planner looks like. The first box on here is where we start, and it's where we'll start every week. It starts with gratitude. This is where joy and happiness come from. But if we're not careful, we start with the next box, all the stuff weighing us down that we just need to get done. So we start with gratitude first, and we remember all of the good things that happened last week, and we think about what's coming this week that we're excited about. Next up, we make a list of those things that we've just been putting off, that we just need to get done, and we commit to do them this week. And then we'll dive into a couple questions that will be specific each week to what we've been talking about. Sometimes it might be inspiration from a great leader, other times a piece of art that has a challenge for us. Regardless, we'll have a couple of questions to process through before we dive into actually planning our week. You know, and it's at this point that I like to take a moment and just look at my pile of paperwork and to-dos and breeze through my calendar and see what all I've collected from the last week and what's coming up for the next week. And I just start making some lists. It's from that then that I decide what it is I'll focus on. And really that's the meat of the rest of this planner, is choosing what are the 4, 3, maybe 2 things that I'm going to focus on for this next week, and really diving in. You know, what does success look like? Who do I need help from? And what are the steps I need to take to get it done? So that's how this podcast will work. I hope that you will join me here at With Purpose. I think it's going to be an impactful journey for us to go on together, and I hope to see you next week. So I forgot something. First episode, I'm not good at this quite yet. If you like this, if it's something that you want to do every week, tell your friends and hit that like or subscribe button. Smash it. I'll see you next Thursday.